Students, welcome to the fourth session of Chapter 4 and Pressure of Class 8 of Subject Science. Topic for today is types of forces. Students, now you know that force comes into play whenever there is an interaction between different bodies. Depending on the interaction, the forces are broadly divided into two categories, that is contact forces and non-contact forces. Contact forces are the forces which result when two interacting bodies are in direct physical contact with each other. Examples are muscular force and frictional force. Non-contact forces are the forces which can cause their effect even when the two interacting bodies are not in direct physical contact with each other. Example, gravitational force, magnetic force and electrostatic force. Now we will study about these forces one by one. Muscular force. Muscular force is the example of contact force. Muscular force is the force that is caused by the muscles of the body. Muscle may be of the body of a human being or animal. You can look at the screen the example of muscular forces exerted by muscles in different cases. In first case, a bodybuilder, he is picking up a weight and he is using muscles of his arms. In the second case, a footballer, he is stopping a goal by holding football by using muscles of his hands as well as muscles of his legs. And in third picture you can see monkey is holding a weight, and what he is doing, he is holding it by using muscles of his arms and hands. In the fourth picture you can see oxes, or they are carrying bullock cart by using muscles of their back and their legs. So this is the muscular force, and the muscular force is a force that is exerted by muscles of the body. Frictional force. This is another type of contact force. Frictional force is the force which opposes the movement of two objects. This force is only come into play when an object is moving on a surface. We will study in detail about frictional force in next chapter. So look at the picture on your screen. A man, he is pulling a heavy box, and what happens? He is trying force from his hands, and a frictional force is applied by surface in opposite direction. So the frictional force is a force between two surfaces in contact. It acts opposite to the direction of motion. According to this picture, box and surface of ground, they are in contact, and the force is applied by man in one direction and frictional force is applied in opposite direction. Gravitational force. Gravitational force is the force exerted by Earth on an object present on its surface in downward direction. You know that whenever we throw an object in upward direction, it always falls down again. Even ripe fruits that grow on trees, they also fall on the ground by themselves. This is because of the force that is exerted by Earth on them. It is also a non-contact force because there is no contact between the earth and the object that is present or that is coming towards it. So look at the pictures that are given on your screen. A ball is thrown by a boy that comes towards the earth due to gravitational force. In the second case, the ripened apple, it falls on the earth from the tree, that is also because of the gravitational force. Next type of non-contact force is magnetic force. Magnetic force is the force of interaction between a magnet and another suitable object. You know that magnets have a well-known property of attracting objects made of iron. And you know that like poles of two magnets repel and unlike poles of two magnets attract each other. A magnet can exert a force on another magnet without being in contact with it. So it is a type of non-contact force. Next type of non-contact force is electric force. The force exerted by a charged body on another charged or uncharged body is called electric force. You have already learned in class 7 that two charged bodies exert a force on each other, and the body can be charged by rubbing with another object. As a result, they get charged, and charged body can attract a charged body or a uncharged body without coming in contact with other object. Look at the pictures. Here are the pictures which are showing electrostatic force. Whenever we rub a plastic scale with our hairs, then it becomes charged and we can attract pieces of paper with it. And we can also rub glass rod with our hairs and they can get charged. Like this plastic scale and glass rod, we can also charge balloon and we can attract small pieces of paper, and these papers, they can be attracted from a distance. So this type of force is called electric or electrostatic force. This is also a type of non-contact force. Now you have to answer the following questions. Question number 1. Distinguish between contact and non-contact forces. Question number 2. When we throw a ball in upward direction, what happened to its speed? Give reason for your answer. Question number 3. The figure shows a man with a parachute. Name the force which is responsible for his downward motion. Is it a contact force or a non-contact force? Will the man come down with the same speed without the parachute? Explain. You have to write answers of these questions in your rough notebook. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.